Hey everyone, meet my new pal, Music.
You see, it was right here when we last talked about Daniel on the channel, right when he had gotten his new dog, Music. And since this moment, a lot has happened in Daniel's life. Thankfully, the dog got taken away from him, which we were all praying happened, because if you know who Daniel Larson is, if you know the type of person he is, then you knew damn well that Daniel wasn't going to be able to take care of that dog. And thankfully, shortly afterwards, the dog was taken from him. Someone showed up, asked Daniel if they could simply take the dog for a walk. They took the dog, put him back in their car, and drove away and took the dog from Daniel. And as you can imagine, that didn't go over well with Daniel at all. Now, thankfully, he didn't find this person who took the dog, but he found another way to take his anger out, and that was going to the local Walmart and just wreaking some havoc, freaking out, throwing gift cards on the floor. Like, he really went off inside that Walmart, and that's where we're going to pick up today, because Daniel uploaded this video after the fact. He had went in that Walmart and caused such a fuss that some biker had to pin him down. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not part of my motorcycle gang, but whoever this biker is, shout outs to you for putting a stop to Daniel Larson's Walmart rampage. But we're going to look at the aftermath of this now, because when an event like this happens involving Daniel, you know that an unhinged rant video is coming right around the corner.
Okay, I ain't fucking lying about shit. Bob, I need you to go live right now. I need you to make a social media account and put it out there right fucking now that I am not lying, or I will kill you as well. My life is in danger right now.
So because Daniel's life is in danger after his Walmart freakout, he threatens to off Bob. Like Bob Proctor, his father figure, the one person in life who gives a little bit of a semblance of a shit about Daniel. And by the end of this video, you're going to see that Bob's back in the picture. Probably not for too long based on how Daniel's acting, but yeah, even after Daniel says stuff like this, knowing how unhinged he is, Bob keeps coming back into his life. I pray to God that Bob doesn't come to regret this one day, because the dude just wants to see what's best for Daniel, and even though the rest of the internet knows how much of a terrible person Daniel is, Bob for some reason still has a soft spot in his heart for the little guy.
My entire family is in danger, and no one believes what we are saying. My entire family is now famous. All of our houses have been doxed. We are homeless, and my fans are doxing, getting criminal charges on us that are all false. We will take this all the way to fucking Supreme Court. We are not playing around. We have contacted security companies and they've all refused to work with us because they don't believe what we are saying about our popularity. I am done, and I will not stop until the White House is...
So he's just going off about everything now. You can see that he's got that messed up eye. There's always telltale signs of a struggle happening with Daniel. In New York, it was his nose. Now it's the eye. But yeah, you heard him right at the end there. And sorry that you didn't hear it at all, because I had to bleep it out. I imagine YouTube wouldn't like it very much. But he straight up threatened to Independence Day the White House. These are the things that you say that get you put on watch lists. But Dan doesn't give a damn. He's like, yo, if I don't get what I want, all hell breaks loose, apparently, and he's been threatening this for a while. He tends to be in these situations where nobody will take him seriously, he has no leverage, and to get what he wants, he threatens to either hurt other people or a lot of the times himself. And that's what's so scary about Daniel, is because when he's in a bad mood, when he feels like he's been slighted, like right here, he'll go and just try to throw a punch at someone. He'll do anything in his rage that he feels justified to try to get him what he wants. And who knows what the little guy will do.
I just told Bob to block my number, and I just told him that he doesn't support me and he's not being helpful. And so I just told him that I want nothing to do with him and to block my number. And he said, okay. So I'm being serious. I am done. Until we get what we need and our safety and the rights we deserve, I am blocking everyone in my family.
Now, I did just say that a lot of the times Daniel takes things out on himself, and I mean, he clearly did there. Like, that welt on his eye, like, the reason it looks so messed up is because he punched himself in the face. It's not because that biker dude held him down. Like, he did hold him down, but he didn't punch Daniel in the face. Daniel did that to himself. But in this instance, he's trying to like kind of punish everybody else, you know, his family and everyone. Be like, yo, I'm not going to talk to you. Bob, I'm not going to talk to you either unless we get what we need. He means to say we get what we want, because Daniel's not willing to get any help and realize that he doesn't actually need security and all these things. He just needs to get off the internet and stop being a dumb shit. But he's gonna take it out on his whole family, you know, until they get him what he believes he deserves. His words, not mine. They're done. They're nothing to him.
So I just called 911 again, trying to still get security services or something, since I'm being spotted by fans on almost every single corner, and I'm being followed, and I got attacked earlier today, and the issues that have been going on, that people are posting to social media. I'm sick and tired of people saying is fake, because it's really happening. So it's not virtual reality, it's not bullshit, it's really actually happening, and it's serious. I just called 911 for a second time in under an hour, and they still don't believe what I'm saying. This is bullshit for Colorado, and I'm about to literally try to take this to Supreme Court, or it's going to go down at the fucking hospital, because I am done. Okay, so I just called 911, and I just literally just screamed, I have a bomb, on the 911 number, and randomly hung up in hopes to get this situation heard and to get my family the rights that they deserve. I am a singer-songwriter of Denver, Colorado, currently homeless, and I am known by most police officers, most hospitals, most people, I should say. And I'm getting spotted on almost every single street corner, okay, by fans, by supporters. And the last couple of days have been like actually attacked, threatened, and I have nowhere to go because I'm homeless.
Gotcha.
And I have called security companies. They are all refusing to work with me until I get housing. Okay. So I'm in even more danger being on the street, homeless, without security. Okay. And I'm starting to fear for my life.
You know where you're at right now?
Yes, I'm in Golden, Colorado. You know
today's date?
It is I want to say 11th or 12th.
11th,
or
yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay. Do you know who the president of the United States is?
Joe Biden.
Okay. If I give you 6 quarters, how much money you got?
That is going to be $1.50.
Okay. So you're not feeling safe, you're saying?
I'm not feeling safe.
Okay.
This
because
is
of other folks or because of yourself?
Just because of my popularity. I've tried getting motel rooms, and fans call the motel rooms and dox them, pretty much, and dox my room, and it's becoming super unsafe.
Okay.
And so I have been told not to go to motel rooms without security present. It's just getting very unsafe for me to be in public.
Okay. Who's telling you not to go to motel rooms?
The motels themselves, because they end up banning me because they get spam calls by fans.
Okay.
Because I'm so popular that I legitimately get spotted at the motels by other people there. That's how popular I am.
Okay. Well, the ambulance just I'm gonna let them chat with you, okay? Daniel, right?
Yes.
Daniel, Larson?
It's Larson, yes.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
11/15/1998.
Daniel, how you doing?
I am not doing well.
Okay.
I am famous,
Yeah.
and I have called multiple times before
Okay.
for popularity issues and people doxing me. This is not the first time I've called in. Yeah, this is not the first time that I've called in for issues.
Okay.
I am homeless.
Okay.
And I am trying to get security services, but they all don't want to work with me until I get housing, which makes sense.
Okay. Do you have
But I
injuries
am.
on your face here? I'm seeing a little bit of like.
Yes, this was from earlier. I've already went to the hospital earlier today
Gotcha.
and got that taken care of.
Perfect. Well, I tell you what, Daniel, we got some good news for you. We got an ambulance right here ready to take you wherever you need to go. So if you want to talk to these gentlemen here, they
Sure.
can help you out, okay?
So as you heard from Daniel's own mouth just a few minutes ago, he thought the best course of action was to call the police, talk about a bomb, and, it got the police to show up. I think Daniel felt that because the cops weren't listening to him, he was going to say something drastic in order to get them there. And because the cops didn't show up with the bomb squad or anything, I assumed that they were like, yeah, this is probably just a crazy person. And they were right. I mean, you hear the questions that they're asking him and everything. So we saw this live stream here, Daniel talking to the cops, because he was live streaming all this. That's why we have the footage. And they were talking to Daniel for a little bit longer. He did end up going on that ambulance ride, as the cop just brought up, and they took him to a loony bin. And a lot of people were very happy with this. Most people, I'd say, were very, very happy about this sequence of events. Not that Daniel called about a bomb or anything like that, but because this guy was off the streets. Now, to be fair to Daniel, a lot of the things that he's talking about with the cops, he's not lying about. The whole popularity problem, the cops are probably just thinking, sure, guy, yeah, okay. It's not like Cyrax's police force, and I hate to always be drawing comparisons to the Goblin, but when Cyrax calls and says that everyone's harassing him, it's always to the same police force. It's always to the Akron PD. But Daniel's always calling either the NYPD or the LAPD when he's in different states. He's calling now in Golden, Colorado when he's normally in Denver. So a lot of these people aren't aware of what Daniel is. And so they hear this guy chirping on about popularity issues and they're just like, sure, it's just another crazy person. So they took Daniel in, and people were hoping that maybe he'd get the help that people had wanted him to get for so long, because he clearly needs it, this guy. Many people just want him in jail because of how much of a sick bastard he is sometimes. But for most people, it was pretty obvious that he'd get out as soon as he was legally allowed to. I know they can keep you for 72 hours, and Daniel was gone for almost a week, so maybe it took him a little longer to find out. But before we knew it, tons of YouTube shorts started getting sent to people's phones through notifications. And just like it was a week prior, Daniel Larson was back to blow up everyone's feed again.
Hey everyone. So last week we hit our all-time high in views in 48 hours on YouTube of 80,000 views in 48 hours. Let's keep up the great work.
Okay, so I'm currently in my motel. Oh, shit. And I happen to see these kind of flying around. You can kind of see them all over the lamp. Bunch of what I think is bed bugs flying all around.
Hey everyone. I'm about to go back into the recording studio to work on my 4th song. So give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and let's get this shit on fire. I am now setting up all of my plans for the second half of the 2023 summer break. I am thinking about, in the year of 2024, going to Alaska. I'm about to enter a new chapter in my life. Fall 2023 through 2024. Stay tuned. Out to my past manager, Ellie. 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48. Autism, waka waka, shaka laka. Pooper, quit swimming laps and become a basement swimming pool. Jeepers, tell Zach Pokemon is stupid and snap out of the autism, waka waka.
Yeah, they sure fixed his fucking craziness. If he's gonna be making videos like that, he was probably told to just say all that dumb shit. But yeah, he got out. He got out pretty quickly. He was in a hotel room, a disgusting hotel room. Looks like a shitty Motel 6 with flying bed bugs. Daniel, he didn't get the best room in town. I guess that's safe to say. But yeah, the menace was back on the streets, and he was right back ready to get at it, and he did. YouTube shorts for days, schizo posts galore, it was all there. The prime Daniel Larson was there in full form. And now the next clips we're going to watch aren't necessarily in chronological order, but I think they're all worthy of a watch nonetheless. So Daniel, as we mentioned, was back doing what he was doing, and the trolls were too, because Daniel was out and about doing what he usually does, just walking around the streets, headphones over his neck, just being homeless. And who do you think intercepted him? Well, more fake security guards, because the trolls just love doing this shit nowadays. And it's up to you whether it's funny or it's just pretty lame to keep going up to a lolcow in real life and trying to interject yourself in their life. But nonetheless, we're gonna watch it anyway. So let's see what happened here.
Okay, I need to know like the website or like anything that I can look up.
Mr. Bree, can you show him the website?
Yes.
Because what happened with music is you were actually trolled by very dangerous Reddit moderators.
I'm aware of that. Yes.
It's do you mind if we go somewhere more private so we can discuss this? I'm not talking like just like down there.
The furthest I can go is like right where the
that's perfect.
Right where the umbrella's in,
We're talking
like
about
right down there.
Confidential information, so we don't want to have the risk of any unaligned parties hearing.
So I can go right here.
That works fine. Yes. And might I say, Mr. Larson, it's quite the honor meeting you. I'm a personal fan of your work.
Now, if Danny Boy had any brains on him, he'd know that when that guy said he was a big fan, the dude was obviously a troll. Because no guy coming to you to be a genuine security guard is going to fanboy over you and your fame. However, in Daniel's mind, he's like the most famous person ever, so why wouldn't this dude fanboy over him? So he's not going to put two and two together like that. I'm not going to try to feed into this guy's gay op he's got going on, showing up here to pretend he's Daniel's security guard, but as you can see, even from the jump, Daniel's very skeptical, and he'll remain that way throughout the entire video. The dude's asked Daniel to walk down the street a little bit with him, and you can see that Daniel's not trying to do that. He's willing to take a few steps with them, but no, he ain't going nowhere with nobody, unless you're his real security, which doesn't exist either, but that's who he trusts. A lot of time he falls back on that he's got to call security or call another person, and usually it's another one of his fake managers, or it's just something he says to kind of scare off people, say that security's on the way, yada yada yada. But it does come into question that if he really wanted security that bad, you hear him talk about it to the cops, how security won't do anything for him, how they won't do anything until he gets a house or this, that, and the other. If these guys are walking up to you on the street offering to be your security, you'd think he'd take him up on it, but no, it's not in Dan. He's at least smart enough to know these guys probably aren't legit, but it's still kind of entertaining to watch the process of all this stuff go down anyway.
So what company are you guys with?
We are with the United Contractors of Kerguiana. Mr. Larson, let me pull up the website here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like an encrypted website, so it takes a few minutes.
Sorry.
Do you need me to send you the IP?
I think I should be good.
Alright. Yeah. But your dog music, to put it shortly, we know where it is. And everything the Reddit has been saying is a lie.
Yes, the Reddit believes you have passed away, Mr.
We
Larson.
actually sent you a message. I don't know if you saw it, but we actually currently are in your possession of the dog, but there are very powerful people that are trying to steal it from us. We are doing our best efforts to keep the dog secure.
So these guys are claiming that they're in possession of music, Daniel's recently stolen dog. Now, with Daniel's like wide-eyed stare at them, it kind of tells me that he's probably thinking that, you know, maybe there's a shot that these guys do have him and that Daniel's going to give him a chance, because to be fair, if not, Daniel probably would have started talking over them, telling them that he knows, yada, yada, yada. No, don't worry, she's safe, or lying about shit. But he seemingly wants to get that dog back, and he's willing to hear these guys out. But soon enough, he'll realize again that they're full of shit. But I think that little bit of hope to get his dog back was enough to get him to actually listen.
Okay, let me pull it up since your phone's encryption is busted. Okay. Actually,
Do you guys have a business card?
We have a contract, but we don't have it on us. One of us can run back and grab it if we want to see it, but it will take us some time.
How long?
How far away would we?
Maybe half an hour, but it could take like up to 45 minutes. But we do have an official website. I need to keep recording for our security reasons, but Agent Bree will show it to you.
Mr. Rose.
Okay. This should be at the encrypted site.
All right, thank you.
That worked.
Yes, I believe that did work, Mr. Rollins. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Larson. So this is our company. We are the United Contractors of Kerguelen, Inc. This is just a blurb about us. So basically what we are is we're agents sent to contact very high-profile people.
Yes.
You know,
only the highest up of the highest.
Yes, and we offer a multitude of services ranging from security to music production to, regular construction, many different things. We work with all sorts of high-profile.
With some of the most powerful people in the government.
Yes. Have you heard of Count Gams of Japania?
I have not.
You wouldn't have.
He is a very, very secretive individual, but he's very powerful. As you can tell by his title, he is a Count of Japania.
So the guys intercepting Daniel try to play the classic game of, can we get the locale to admit that he thinks a place is real that's totally not real? And Daniel does not. To the surprise of many, I believe, because I totally would have believed that Daniel thought Japania was a real place. But hey, he has a bigger brain on him than we think. Again, it really only seems like Daniel's giving these guys the time of day in hopes that they have information on his dog, which they're claiming they do.
Do you want to know the reason why your dog was stolen from you, Mr. Rollins?
Mr. Rollins. That's me.
I apologize. Mr. Larson.
He's new.
I only started here recently.
Okay.
I apologize for my unprofessionality.
But yeah, I would like to, yeah.
All right.
If you know anything.
Yes, we know. We have a good amount of information that we cannot disclose as of now because we're in a public.
Yes, this is a very public area. What troll was it that stole his dog?
It was
a female.
Your dog? Yes.
Yes, we know music. We are in possession of music.
We
right
have
now.
reason to believe that a troll known as Goated Minds is behind the dog napping.
Yes.
Because I know who did it, and it was a female that took the dog.
It was a woman. Okay.
It was a woman.
So, Goated Minds
kind of heavy built.
Has a network. He actually has a network of people in a Discord server dedicated to tracking you. And that's how they found the dog.
Yes.
And they found you.
And we were able to put pressure on them to return the dog to us. But they're trying to steal it from us again, which is why we're contacting you today.
Okay, I would need like another source of contact so I can contact you like tomorrow or something and set up another appointment.
And we actually, do you care to explain this?
All right, so because of what Goated Minds has done, we have reason to believe that your phone, Mr. Larson, has been hacked or bugged by Goated Minds, and that's how he was able to track you. So we were sent here by our work order to provide you with a new, de-hacked, unbugged phone.
So at the end of the day, the reason these guys are actually here is to give Daniel a new, unbugged, unhacked phone that's clearly bugged and totally hacked. That's the only reason they'd be trying to give Daniel this, but he doesn't take it. Shocker, shocker, with how paranoid he is, he doesn't take this person's random phone they're offering him. These guys try to pin everything on a fellow YouTuber by the name of Goated Minds, and now Daniel thinks this guy's the head of like everything against him. So, you know, these guys, their plan kind of worked. But Daniel, as you'll come to see later in the community posts we're going to see, and trust me, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of community posts that we have to look at. You'll get a full idea of what type of mindset Daniel's in now. He's maybe crazier than we've ever seen him be before, and that's saying something. Now, this next clip isn't really too important, but I thought it was very interesting. And it's that Daniel was doing a live stream where he was just taking a walk, going on his normal rant about what the trolls are doing, how he's going to put a stop to it. And he ran into somebody from his life before all this stuff went down, you know, before any of the TikTok fame, before any of that. And it's fascinating to see how he talks to people, even from like back in his old life, because it's just the same way he talks to people here. But it's kind of sad because you can see that this woman is just like, shit, like he is so far gone, and you can tell. Daniel ran into this person when they were out doing their exercises, and Daniel was just, you know, just wandering around Colorado as he's known to do nowadays. That's really all Daniel's been up to, going from city to city, town to town, sleeping on benches and in like just random parking garages in some places. And that's really the majority of what he's been doing when he's not on his YouTube channel, just freaking out about different things in his community tab. But like I said, let's get into this video because it is all over the place, just even when he's talking to the woman, and when he's not, it gets even crazier. So Daniel's just going on a walk, looking around everywhere to make sure no one's following him. He then starts sprinting out of nowhere, which I imagine he probably does a lot when he feels like someone's hot on his tail.
Alright.
And then he starts just going on about some crazy shit.
Well, first of all, I can say that I think the nuclear airstrike attack was fake. I think that message was fake that we were receiving. Also, what I can say and what I know right now that's going on is I was manipulated into doing the Pinterest, framed and blackmailed. I was getting death threats over it. People were showing up to my property where I was living and was showing up on property.
Daniel, he starts off by talking about a nuclear airstrike that apparently happened that he thinks is fake. He thinks it's fake. He's not sure, but he's hoping it is. I think for all of us, we're all hoping it is. Now, the next thing he says is maybe even crazier than that, and I mean, technically it is, because Daniel is saying about the Pinterest, the thing that a lot of people really, he gained their ire when people found out about this. It was a Pinterest account that Daniel used to have with a lot of really weird shit involving little girls and stuff on there. It was extremely graphic. I'm not going to get into it, but if you know about it, you know. Just know that's one of the many reasons people call Daniel a pedo. And Daniel is trying to say that he did it under duress. He did it because of death threats he was receiving. No, he received death threats probably after the fact that it came out that he had this Pinterest. But he's trying to walk it back now and act like he was forced into doing this, when no, I'm pretty sure the Pinterest was made before most of the trolling even started. So Daniel's full of shit with that and just trying to get people to forget about it. He likes to do that a lot. He tries to rewrite history. It's a prime lolcow move. A lot of them do it. But in the next clip here, it's finally when Daniel runs into that person who knew him from before all this. And like I said, it's pretty interesting to see.
You remember me?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I know. How's it going?
Well, I'm famous now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
so I'm a singer-songwriter.
Pause my workout here. Singer-songwriter.
Yep, I have 3 songs now on the radio.
3 songs. On the radio, what station?
Well, I don't know exactly what stations, I've been made in New York, and I'm on iHeartRadio, and I have all my music on Spotify, like all distributions, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
24? Where are you living?
I am currently homeless,
Homeless. Okay.
but I am making it, so.
Okay.
And I'm going into studios, which is only making me more money, so
Yeah.
I'm pulling up and out.
So Daniel tells her, just like 2 lines into the conversation, that he's famous, that his music's on the radio, that he's always getting into the recording studio to make some money. Oh, and that also that he's homeless. Yeah, you can't leave that out, that he's also homeless. You know, that fame and all that money from the recording studios isn't doing too much in the ways of getting Daniel an actual house. This woman knows. You know, she knows that he's full of shit. He's out of it. And it's got to hurt her, because if she knew him from the previous years before all this happened, it's got to suck to see what he's become now, especially how much he's fallen into his delusions. And it's not shocking to see Daniel act this way, though. He always tries to put his fame on display and tries to flaunt it, even though people know damn well that he is full of shit, and that the fame is just a byproduct of all the people on TikTok who make fun of him and fuck with him. Yeah, it's fame, but is it anything he can actually use in life to get anything? No, it's only gonna be there to torment him until his dying days.
Okay. How'd you get over here?
I took the train,
Just coming to Thornton just cuz or what?
coming to Thornton.
Where are you headed?
I'm just heading to the, like, up north, just kind of walking around right now. Yeah.
All right. I heard your grandma died.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It was sad when I heard that too. You know, your Nana and I had a good relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were just talking about you the other day. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
You two, Danny, be careful, all right?
All right, will do.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, back to what I was saying is I know that Joe Biden has gone public about terrorist threats towards me. I am aware of that.
He doesn't get about 5 to 6 steps away before he starts going on this rant about Joe Biden being aware of the threats made towards Daniel, and that Daniel knows that Biden's aware, guys. Don't worry. If that woman overheard that, she has to really be putting her head down going like, God damn, that's a shame. Because as she brought up, she was close with Daniel's grandma. And regardless how you feel about Daniel or not, this is someone who knew him before all this bullshit, who was friends with his grandma, and this definitely has to suck to see. A very good point about this was made on Too High for Stupid, myself and Kiwi Tape's show. We do it every Wednesday at 6:30. Just gonna throw that plug in right there. But somebody gave a super chat and gave a very good message and said, you know, when she says that we were just talking about you the other day, what she probably means is we just found you on TikTok. And if that's not the truth, I don't know what is. Because this Daniel, as he says, he is fairly popular. His fame does get him around, but is it the fame he wants? Absolutely not, and this woman knows that. And Daniel's trying to play it off like it's some grandiose thing that everyone should be proud of. Now, in this video so far, I've just been showing you clips and videos of what Daniel's been doing, but we haven't really gone into the whole lore of everything going on with Daniel. You know, his make-believe relationship with Grace, everything going on there. And the best place to keep up with Daniel's crazy little world is on his community posts. Because my God, my God, I know we've read them off before, but this week is so much different because just wait till you guys see all this out there shit Daniel is saying. Get ready for another financial climb. He's really excited that he got that good money off of Cameo the previous month, and I think he's just trying to get that again. Who knows if it's going to happen with the month after month, but depending on what we're about to look at here, maybe you can make out that answer for yourself. I'm feeling extremely bullish. with a laughing emoji. Well, he was definitely feeling bullish when he was in that Walmart a few weeks back, probably running around into things, probably using his head as a battering ram. But yeah, it's very bullish feeling to be Daniel Larson on this day. I'm upping my prices for cameos tomorrow. Tonight at midnight, I'm upping all my prices. He's got some nerve doing this. Originally, Daniel was charging like $100 for a cameo. I think originally actually it was like $50, then $100. Now he's trying to get it up to $200, $300. The problem is people were buying them at $500 and $200. And then I even saw a post where Daniel said that he moved the price up to $200. And then because someone bought one, well, that's where it's staying now. To the guy who's buying these $200 Daniel cameos, fuck you. Like, stop giving this little creep money. But I digress. He's still going to keep upping it because he's so famous that he deserves all this money just to say your name and wave at you for like a couple seconds. He just wants to get this shit in his pocket now. Him getting spoiled with all these cameos a few months back really did probably make him a lot more money hungry than he was previously. I need to use the restroom. However, Daniel then uses the picture for a female restroom. He then says, shit, I accidentally flushed my underwear down the toilet. I don't know if this is true or not. If it is, that's pretty goddamn funny. The next one's pretty out there again. I'm feeling moody for booty. So Daniel was on his freak tip this night. Daniel asks, are we ready? I don't know, what would we be ready for, Daniel? Apparently we'd be ready for some major tragedy happening this weekend. Thankfully, no major tragedy happened last weekend. Again, though, Daniel just saying things that could possibly get him put on a watch list. Daniel then goes on to say that he's going to start listening to the Bible. If there's anyone who needs a little bit of Bible in their life, maybe it's Daniel. Seek Christ, Daniel. Maybe it'll help you become a better person. Things are about to get rocky. Things are about to get creepy. Okay. Things are, oh shit, things are about to get deadly? Things are about to shift? Well, I mean, that one's not that bad. The last one was out there. Knowing Daniel, though, that can mean nothing good, but let's just hope he doesn't act on that. I'm suing the Colorado government. I don't know what he'd be suing them for. I know he feels like he's always mistreated and all that, but I don't know what type of case he'd have. Fuck the 911 response. Yeah, you can tell he doesn't like how they don't respond to him accordingly. Then he follows it up, if you didn't know already, that 911 is a piece of shit. Okay. Grace Vanderwall just showed the FBI the text messages. I don't know exactly what that's in reference to, but the FBI will come up again shortly soon. Everyone texts Bob. I am getting death threats. He just threatened to like kill Bob earlier in this video, but we'll forget about that. He then calls a code Silver, which is one of the most serious codes. He then messes with his fans by saying, I just got another dog. And then further messes with them by saying, should I buy a cat too? I'll give Daniel this one. Obviously, he's a piece of shit. We don't want to see him with no animals altogether. But the people who fell for that one, that's... oh, try that in a small town. I forgot he loves that song. Things are about to get evil, so not only deadly and creepy, but evil as well. The Vanderwall family is backing me in this exposure. I don't know what exposure he's talking about, but they're definitely not backing him. Get ready for war. I'm innocent. He spelled innocent that way again. I love it every time he misspells innocent. Grace Vanderwall just told me she doesn't care about my safety because I just got upset at her. Yeah, now we're getting to the point of these community posts where Daniel was having like a make-believe fight with Grace Vanderwall. I just called the police department. He said it twice. It was that important. But yeah, the Grace stuff, he's just fighting with a troll who's pretending to be Grace. Like, look, right here, Grace and I are in an argument. So things are getting pretty heated. Grace just told me to fuck off. See, look, things are escalating pretty quickly here. Grace, after all these years, has finally had enough of Daniel. Putin always attacks on Sunday nights. Jot that down. That's important. If we ever get invaded by Russia, more than likely we'll be on a Sunday. Tonight is scary. It must have been a lightning storm or something. I just bought a drink. Daniel, under the influence of alcohol, is never a good sight. Grace and I are taking a break from each other due to threats. It's sad to see this long relationship coming to an end. Seems like tonight's attack was planned. I'm not sure what attack he's speaking of. Grace is texting me, and she is concerned. Maybe this was before they went on a break, but the threats got too much for Grace. Bob won't show up because he thinks it's a false flag. A lot of times with Daniel, it's a false flag, more than often. Oh, this is the FBI thing I was talking about. The FBI put up a tweet, which is clearly a fake tweet, saying, if you see this, call the authorities immediately. We are currently looking for him in Golden, Colorado. And this is who they're looking for. Old Daniel. Daniel responded to this by saying what he's saying on screen right there. Like, it's gotten that serious. Goated Minds apparently stole... I love the way he spells this stuff. Stole World of T-Shirts dog too. That bastard. I would love to have sex with Annie Jones. I took the time to look up who Annie Jones is, and it was one of the most famous bearded women from like the early 1900s, so that's pretty interesting. I guess Daniel has a different type than we thought. Daniel then says that he would have sex with Izzy Simpson. I also took the time to look up this person, and she's fucking 14 years old, and I'm sure as shit not showing a picture of this girl, because she looks it too. She's very young looking. Daniel, you're a sick fuck for even thinking that. Help, I'm still being attacked. I wonder why, especially after you post shit like you just did. Oh, and also, he'll have sex with JoJo Siwa, too. You know, Daniel expands everything. Bearded women, lesbians, everything. Why did Sky Brown just text me saying that she is getting messages from the Taliban, and she wants to help me and have sex once I get housing? Anyone can text Daniel anything, and he'll make posts like this because he truly believes all this fucking horse shit. You could make a 2 to 3 hour video just on Daniel Larson's community posts from the last week alone. There's so many of them. As you can see, a lot of them are really weird, some of them are creepy as shit, but it's a good view into the like ridiculous mind that Daniel has. It's always jumping from one thing to the next constantly. And we can always look at more of his community posts, but I do want to get back into the videos. The next one is Daniel in a parking garage, and he can't get the point he's trying to make across because someone just keeps sending him spam calls, and it starts becoming the whole video becomes about this one guy spam calling Daniel. And I don't know why, but this whole clip just made me crack up watching it live.
Alrighty, try this again. Okay. Okay, so first off, let me just make this clear. I am receiving, every time somebody walks by in front of me, I am getting messages that they're walking by. Like, they're sending me messages. They don't care right now what I'm posting. They don't care that, like, I'm telling them to stop messaging me. They're literally notifying me that they're walking by. Warren is telling me that they shouldn't be doing that. This is not okay. I'm getting, like, they're trying to blackmail me right now. Answer this text, or I will make it difficult. That's what they're saying right now. They're trying to blackmail. All you have to do is just answer my message. I'm not allowed to. My security won't let me.
Although most of the time it's his quote-unquote managers that are telling him not to respond to people, he always likes to use that security or Grace or even his managers. If someone's always telling him that he can't do this, he can't do that, and it's his way of just like, he's saying that he doesn't want to do that, he doesn't want to answer the call, but he's too afraid to just say that, so he's trying to make it someone else's problem, which is kind of a constant with Daniel. It's always someone else's fault, not his. If it was up to him, he'd gladly be on the phone with this guy right now. Sorry though, security says he can't do it.
Okay, not right now, Grace. I'm doing a live stream. Not right now. Does Grace even see that I'm live? Stop messaging me. Okay. Stop messaging me. Okay, guys. This is not a fucking joke. I don't care no matter how much you guys think, oh my god. Okay, I don't care how much you guys think this is a joke. I hope you all burn in hell. You guys make me want to leave the country. I hope you guys get criminally charged for what you guys are doing. What you guys are doing should be a felony. Okay. Just to let you guys know, anyone who harasses me will not be let into my concerts. You guys will be permanently banned. And I don't make those rules. Grace does. And the label. This goes to everyone currently spamming me.
That video is like the best of Daniel's attitudes summed up into one. Flipping off the people who are spamming him, you know, just really asserting his dominance by doing that. Telling them that they're all going to be banned from his concerts if they keep messing with him. I'm sure that got a lot of his fans to lay off. And again, that's not coming from him, that's coming from Grace. But he can't stop going on about these fucking spam calls. I don't know who it was calling him, but that person was persistent. All you people, though, trolling Daniel, spam calling him, enjoy it while you can. Because before you know it, Daniel, like Daniel says, he hopes you get charges pressed on you. By who? I don't know. If it's not him, then I don't know who else would. But you guys are definitely, you're paddling up the wrong creek. In the next video, Daniel is back in the car with Bob Proctor. Now, the last time I saw Daniel in a car with this guy, he started beating the shit out of Bob and screaming how the motel was threatening to kill him. So when I saw these two back in the car together again, I thought that something real bad was going to happen. And thankfully no fists were thrown, but Daniel still managed to make an ass out of himself, because you can tell he'll never be any different. Daniel has to be right in every scenario, and he's going to put Bob in his place if he has to.
If we go back up there, I don't want to hear you say that I shouldn't have bought it with my own money. And you just seem very, very, very controlling. Very controlling. As if you are like my guardian all of a sudden. And you've been acting that way. It's my money. I could do what I want.
Yeah, that's fine.
If I wanted this particular phone plan because it's better for my phone, then I will do this phone plan. Okay? And
But you won't listen to anything I say.
you want... Well, I do
And
listen...
it's not better
I do
for it.
listen to you. You just don't want to listen to me. You're telling me that Grace should already be here in Colorado.
I don't want to have anything to do with Grace. I keep telling
But you-
that.
And I said okay at the time.
But you keep telling me.
Because we thought that it would be better. My assistant and I thought it would be better if we made a group chat. So we made the group chat.
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
And I'm sorry about the recording studio getting canceled. I'm sorry. But I don't know who did it.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Sagittarius or whatever his name did. Because he had her phone. Like he's had it every time.
It's Jacob Sartorius.
Oh yeah, shit. How could I forget that Jacob Sartorius is now involved in this whole thing? The trolls, I guess, have been recently telling Daniel that Jacob Sartorius has been with Grace and that he's been taking her phone and trolling Daniel. That's why Bob says, come on, Daniel, you know it was that Sagittarius guy. But Daniel, you know, in his war with Jacob Sartorius, the other day, someone must have sent Daniel an edited picture of Jacob Sartorius's head on like a nude guy. And Daniel decided, cool, I'll just post that picture on my YouTube community tabs. So anyone who subscribed to Daniel got that lovely image in their fucking feed. But just the way Daniel talks to Bob, it's just, he always thinks he knows better. When Bob says, you never listen to me, and Daniel responds, yeah, it's because you never listen to me. It's like, nobody should listen to you, Daniel. I know in your mind you think you're someone whose voice needs to be heard, whose opinion matters. But Daniel, you're never in the right mindset to even think of anything rationally. Like, even in reality, nothing. So when Bob is talking to you and trying to give you advice, you'd probably be best off listening, but that's going on deaf ears with Daniel. You already know that. He's trying to convince Bob that, like, he's doing things with his managers and his assistants, trying to act like, well, you know, Bob's sorry. My assistant thought it would be a good idea, because he's never willing to take the fall for himself. He's never willing to admit that shit was a bad idea, because his managers told him so. Daniel did it, and now he just has that stuck-up attitude with, well, you know, people told me to do it, and that's that. So he'll never take Bob seriously, even though, again, Bob's the only person in his life who probably cares about him even a little bit, and Daniel just pisses it all away by acting like an asshole.
Big dick muscle man.
Okay, you just pissed me off.
Well, what else is he?
He would have been more understanding if we would have just actually gotten everything done. But I've been sitting here arguing almost every day with you. Like, this is our normal conversations.
Okay. I tried to get you into the studio.
I understand that. Maybe I should just go to the hospital with you. We could both turn ourselves in because you were hitting yourself and I was earlier. Maybe we should both go in now. This is why I don't get anything done anymore. It's because I'm sitting here arguing with you.
I'm driving. What do you want me to do instead?
Well, just have a normal fucking conversation for once without arguing. And for you to actually understand that my life and my choices are my life and my choices.
They are. That's worked out swell.
Oh my God.
It's like a sketch comedy show with Daniel. Oh my God. Even though Bob's telling him the complete truth, you know. Daniel, yeah, it's your life. These are all your choices. Look at the fucking position you're in now. Daniel doesn't want to hear it because he just wants to tell Bob, why aren't you listening to me? Why aren't you doing what I say? Well, this is what happens when we do what you say. Oh my God, why would you even bring that up? Like, he's such a piece of shit. He tries to claim that Bob was hitting himself. I think that's just Daniel trying to deflect onto other people. I remember a conversation between these two, and it's not that funny. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's just the absurdity of what Daniel says. It was people who know the Daniel lore will know this situation, but Bob and Daniel are in a car, and Daniel says to Bob just inexplicably, well, I'm not going to get out the car because Bob wanted him to get out of the car, and Daniel says, I'm not going to get out of the car because I'm afraid you might drive somewhere and off yourself. It's just, Bob's like, what? Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, what do you mean? And this is just Daniel's way of trying to, like, be like, whoa, like, he's trying to gaslight. He's trying to be like, yo, I know you're, like, feeling this way right now. And Bob's like, what do you mean? Just get out of my fucking car. So he's always trying to pin Bob for shit, trying to act like Bob's doing shit that he's not. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bob was not hitting himself like Daniel says. But yeah, Daniel's the worst when he talks to Bob. He tries to walk all over this guy.
I understand that. And I understand that you're partially upset that Jacob and Grace never came to Colorado and that she apparently lied to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I'm sorry I'm alive. And I saw you hitting yourself, so if you want to do that some more, go right ahead. Get it out while you can.
I'm sorry, I'm alive too.
Get it out while you can.
So,
Because I don't want to be around you if you're going to act this way. Literally ever since you picked me up at Union Station, this is all it's been.
mm-hmm.
And I was calm. You're the one who, literally just started, going, I'm going to hit myself after we buy the phone. I'm the one with the fucking money. I'm the one buying the goddamn phone.
Fine.
You literally got angry in there. You hit yourself in the fucking store. I'm surprised the store security didn't get involved.
Oh shit, maybe I gotta take all that back. Maybe Bob did actually hit himself. I really wouldn't be surprised though. He has to spend like all day around Daniel, and he's probably driving himself nuts, but still, it's definitely not healthy if Bob's doing that. And if Daniel's driving him to do that, it's just so much worse.
Holy
Just
crap!
my limit, Daniel.
I understand
my
that.
limit.
I understand that. I understand that, but you need to listen to me and calm down. I told you that you need to just talk to the label and actually express yourself for once. Let them know you're concerned. Because everything would have worked out better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I fucking suck. And I'm sorry I have a small fucking dick.
You don't have a small fucking dick. There's pictures of you just as big on there.
Yo, what? Wait, okay, I didn't get this far into the video the first time I watched it. I didn't know that he said that. Also, I didn't know that Bob responded to it, so Bob's seen it. Bob's seen that shit. But I'm sorry, I didn't expect him to go down that route during this argument. That caught me off guard. But yeah, this is just Daniel he's still trying to gaslight Bob, though, into telling him, you know, you're not listening to me. You gotta listen to me more. Talk to the label, Bob. You know, talk to his fake fucking label. Daniel's out of it. Bob's clearly drained by this guy. It's just a sad sight to see. So originally, this video was going to end with the Bob stuff. We were going to watch more of it, and I would just end the video there, you know, see you guys in the next one, take care, yada, yada, yada. And then this video dropped. I saw that Daniel posted this a little while later, but I saw that Acid Gat had re-uploaded it. And Acid Gat's another really good source for Daniel Larson content, along with guys like the Daniel Larson Curator. All of them will be down in the link in the description below. But Daniel decided to post this video we're about to watch. Now, the title of it will be on screen down at the bottom. You'll be able to see it. And it is just fucking disgusting. It's weird. It's clearly something someone told him to make. And what's wild is he's acting like he's being blackmailed to say the truth, because he's admitting to all these things that people knew that he did, but trying to act like, you know, he's being forced to do this for the safety of other people. No, it's just people telling him, hey, go out and admit these things that everybody already knows you've done with the Pinterest and the weird shit you've admitted, and he just comes out and admits all of it. It's just take a look at this.
I sent unsolicited pictures of myself naked, nude, to Grace when she was a minor and to other minors. I am sorry. I also jacked off in bathrooms and parks. This message was told for me to make by the FBI, and I have to make this video if I am going to have further contact with the Vanderwall family and date. Also, I sexted minors and Grace when she was back in 2021, and I also sent Grace videos of me jacking off when she was underage. I took pictures of my butthole and sent that to Grace and other celebrities at the time. And I also have not been telling the truth to Grace. I haven't been getting anything done in the time frames I have been giving her. From my understanding, Grace was in one of the cop cars yesterday, police cars, and I am being told to make this video if Grace is going to, Grace is already in Colorado, and if things are going to go smoothly the rest of my life.
So here's the deal with that fucking weird video right there. Daniel is obviously being told to say these things, but the problem is these are all things the people know damn well that he's actually done. He was texting people who he thought was Grace VanderWaal when Grace VanderWaal was underage, and Daniel Larson full and well knew she was underage at the time. Thankfully, it wasn't the real Grace getting these texts, but Daniel thought he was sending them to her nonetheless. We saw earlier in this video how Daniel said that he wanted to, have sex with that one girl. We looked up her age. She's 14. That's something that Daniel said just like a week or two ago. And he tries to act like all this other, stuff like the Pinterest and all. Well, that was just blackmail. And all these weird things he's done, like sending pictures of as he said, he sent a picture of his butthole to a bunch of friggin' celebrities and stuff. He's admitting all the things that people know he's done, but the things that he's tried to hide. And now, when he's trying to get with Grace, the girl he's always wanted to get with, and people are holding this over his head, telling him, hey, you gotta admit to all these things we know you've done, he just blatantly went out and did it because he hopes that that's gonna get him Grace. He said it in that video that he thinks that the VanderWaal family said, well, if you admit to all this, you can have Grace. Like, hey, if you admit that you're a pedo, you can date our daughter. Like, solid fucking thinking there, Daniel. This is a legit thing. But the video itself that we just watched really is a legit thing. He made that, put it on YouTube, and that's a good indicator of where Daniel Larson's mind's at. Just to get Grace, the one girl he wants more than anything, to complete his own love quest, Daniel would go and admit all the fucked up shit he's done in the past that he's been trying to hide for so long, because he thinks at the end of the day this will all be a win in his book when he has Grace on his shoulder. It's a weird life that Daniel Larson lives, and I feel like the word weird gets tossed around all throughout these videos because that's exactly what it is. Daniel can be funny in some moments, but then you have to really sit down and remember that this dude really is someone who, does he know that it's a problem that he's talking about, like underage girls and stuff like this? Does he truly understand, the fucked up aspect of this, or is he sitting here thinking that everyone else is crazy for him liking this stuff? I think it's only because people tell him how fucked up and wrong it is that he tries to play it off and act like it never happened, but he still wants it deep down inside and doesn't understand why it's bad. And that's what makes people like Daniel extremely scary, because one day they could act on this and still think they're in the right afterwards. It's, I don't know, man. People like Daniel Larson, when they were in a mental institution just a few weeks ago, that's exactly where he belonged, in my opinion. Not out here on the streets just doing what the fuck ever. Because it's not like he's under lock and key anywhere, like he could have been at the psych ward, or even with Bob, where Bob can, look after him and all that. He's pissed that away now, too. So this dude's always going to be out there on the streets, always roaming, and we can only hope one day that Daniel ends up in jail like he should, or in some type of psych ward again. So, I mean, what else is there really to say? I'll keep you all updated on anything that goes on with Daniel. If he does any more crazy shit, which he's bound to do, of course, we'll cover it here in a video. And then, of course, you guys can always catch me live on the live streams, and we'll see what Daniel's doing, and we'll update you there. So, with all that being said, though, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, great rest of the summer, shit, great rest of your lives. I hope you guys always are able to sit back, relax, have a good time in life, and even when shit gets really bad, you can sit back, chill, and say one thing to yourself that maybe you can make your day better. At least I'm not Daniel Larson. And with that being said, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day, and stay safe.